what it do. Back from this break. Back from this break. A lot has been going on, trying to win this, trying to get ready for this off season. All these players we done lost. We got Harbaugh, trying to see if Harbaugh's gonna stay or go. Same old stuff, different off season. Same old stuff, different off season. A lot of doom and gloom fans. I'm on Facebook, all these groups, so I get a real pulse of what a lot of people are thinking and saying. What's going on, y'all? It's time for Ward to go. If we lose Jim Ward, and the rest gotta go. We'll see. I mean, they're trying to get Harbaugh to come back. It's up to Harbaugh to want to sign that extension or the new contract. It's up to him. Harbaugh's he loves the NFL. He got close. He got so close. That's in his heart to try to get that championship in the NFL. And who knows what's gonna happen with the NCAA? But right now, I'm just worried about who's staying and going, who stayed and who left. Defense, the defense is straight. The defense is straight right now. We got Derek Moore, we got Kenneth Grant, we got Mason Graham, we got Rashawn Benny, and we got Josiah Stewart. We got Hausman, we got Bartman that transferred from Maryland, and Will Johnson, Makari Page, Zeke Berry, Keon Sabb. Still got McBurrows. So the defense is straight. All we have to do is figure out who's the other starting corner. Because I think McBurrows is probably gonna play in a slot. You never know, but we just have to figure that out. Offensively, the question is JJ. JJ left. We have no wide receiver. We got the wide receivers we had. Tyler Morris, Moore. We still got Loveland. Clemens left, went to Oregon State. I guess he's from Oregon, so that makes sense. So we'll see. I'm not sure what they're gonna do with quarterback. They're talking about Baby Tua. He wouldn't be a bad pickup, honestly. Let's just assume Harbaugh comes back at this point because we don't know. A dude like Baby Tua needs a guy like Harbaugh to calm him down with some of those turnovers he's trying to make. But you're in a run-based offense. You know what I'm saying? You're in a pro-style run-based offense. So I think he wouldn't be a bad pickup, honestly, because he can make all the throws. Maybe Tua can make all the throws, and he's somewhat mobile. So that wouldn't be a bad pickup as a starter. Got a seen a ton of everything, so he's seasoned. You know, a lot of people want Orgy to start. I wouldn't be against Orgy starting. I wouldn't be against it. Seeing what Orgy has, you know, having a dude built like that, you know. Only problem is we've never really seen Orgy throw it. That's so you can take that for whatever you want. We've never really seen Orgy throw the ball, you know. But what he brings to the table in the run game could be something serious, you know. What he would bring in that would be something to see, I believe. Running him and having that type of run scheme, because the running back we kind of loaded, because you got Donovan came back, you got Benjamin Hall, who I think should be ready to really contribute this year. Khalil Mullins, another off season of him understanding the run game and everything. You know, Cole Cabana, hopefully he can contribute this year. What's his name? And the young kid Jordan Marshall. So running back is kind of loaded. You know, the question mark is just who are you going to get to lead them? Who are you going to get to lead them? But Baby Tua, I wouldn't mind that, because I like his intensity and his fire. He's hungry to win. He was hungry to win at Maryland. You know? But the way they won, it was all on him, kind of. Like Washington. It was pretty much all on Penix. And that's how Maryland was. It was kind of all on Baby Tua to be great. He wouldn't have to be great if he came to Michigan. You know? Same way JJ didn't have to be great most of the time. You just needed him to make some crucial throws in big time games. But he didn't have to make a lot of them. Let's just be 100. He didn't have to make a lot of them. He just had to make about four big time throws in crucial situations. Whether that was a big fourth down, whether that was a big third down, something like that. That's all JJ had to really do. Crucial situations. That fourth down against Bama, you know, the fourth down against Ohio State. That drive against Bama, the drive against Ohio State to milk the clock. You know what I'm saying? So big time games, you gotta give us about 5 crucial throws. But yeah, I would have liked JJ to come back. Honestly, I think he needs to get his body ready. I'm not sure how much more he would have grown in our offense, though. That's the thing. I'm really not sure how much JJ would have actually grown in our offense. I think JJ just needs to get his body in better shape. Or not better shape, he needs to build up more muscle. Because every time JJ takes a big hit or a sack almost, you hoping and praying he don't get up limping. You know? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. The Harbaugh stuff, we're gonna have to wait and see. We got Ohio State fans celebrating, and we got some doom and gloom Michigan fans. We're losing everything. Oh, it's over. It's over. We're losing everything. Oh my God. Which I don't get, because the reason I don't get it is because we knew we had a senior loaded team, a 6-year senior loaded team, a regular senior loaded team, and a junior loaded team. We knew this coming into this year. Harbaugh even said this team might have the most guys ever drafted. So I don't see where this doom and gloom is coming from. You already knew we were about to lose all these players. You knew it. I don't see where this doom and gloom is coming. The thing that's awesome is we maximized all those old dudes and won a championship. I'm seeing people doom and gloom like we didn't win the championship this year. And it's that's why I haven't been going live, honestly, because I just been tired of people seeing this stuff. I just been like, bro, I can't even enjoy the championship. Seeing all this doom and gloom stuff, bro. Like we just won a championship for the first time, or outright. If you could want to go outright, who knows how long? But the first one since '97. What is that? 26 years or something? And we got doom and gloom fans like we've been winning championships consistently like Alabama. Boy, if you don't wake up, like, what are you talking about? Folks act like we've been winning championships consistently like we're Alabama or something. Like, bro, get out of here. Like, but then you got those. And then you got the doom and gloom guys. So you got the dudes that, oh my God, it's over. And then you got the other side where they, oh, we're gonna be horrible. We're gonna be horrible. Oh my God. Like, bro, shut up. The defense is pretty much loaded. We may not have the depth that we had this year because the depth was ridiculous. Our depth was similar to 2021 Georgia on defense. But if you go by who's going to start this year on defense, we're pretty much set and loaded. We have to figure out a few positions. The starting corner, and that's pretty much it. Starting corner and backup linebacker. All the other positions are pretty much set. Did you see Joel Klatt analysis saying Michigan changed the game? It's not about getting the high recruits, building a solid system. We should be good based on that alone. He's somewhat right. The reason I would say that he's not all the way right is because Michigan and Washington, we both benefited from the COVID year. So we had some COVID seniors, and then we just had a bunch of dudes that stayed. You know what I'm saying? So he's kind of right, but he's kind of not right. You know what I'm saying? But Michigan's development is one of the best in the country. You know, Michigan's development is one of the best in the country. So it's not all doom and gloom. Like, once I saw the real guys that I was worried about leaving this year, that I really needed back, Rod Moore, he came back. Makari Page, he came back. Donovan Edwards, he came back. Those are the three guys that I was like, all right, we really need them to come back. And we may not have needed Makari to come back, honestly, the way Keon Sabb's been playing. But that just gives us depth now. As long as nobody transfers, knock on wood. You know what I'm saying? But all those guys rotate in, so it's safety. So, you know, Rod Moore, Keon Sabb. I would have liked to see. I want to see Zeke Berry. I think Zeke Berry could be a stud. You know what I'm saying? But the defense is good, is set pretty much. Appreciate the $5 super chat. If Harbaugh leave, you know he taking Mentor with him. Who should we get at DC? That I'm not sure. I'm not sure. honestly. What's his name? What's the dude's name? I can't think of it. He was here before. I liked his defense, but I can't think of it. I think he's at Ole Miss. DJ Durkin. I like DJ Durkin. I know he rubbed some players the wrong way because he works them hard. I ain't got no problem with him working you hard. I ain't got no problem with that. So if Mentor was to leave, I'd like DJ Durkin, honestly. I liked him. You know, I feel like he has a good defensive scheme, and his players are physical. You know, his players are physical. Because honestly, the physicality that came later on in the season, it surprised me. And then when Harbaugh let the team rest before the Alabama game, he didn't work them so hard. They didn't hit so much. I ain't seen that type of physicality in a Michigan team in a long time. I'm gonna keep it 100. I was surprised. I was surprised that we were that physical on defense in the playoff. I was pleasantly surprised. But them dudes were flying around. Them dudes was flying around for real. But they were hungry. They were hungry. But yeah, this Harbaugh stuff, I try not to focus on it too much because you'll be driving yourself crazy. I try not to focus on the Harbaugh stuff too much because you'll drive yourself crazy worrying about it. You know what I'm saying? You drive yourself crazy worrying about his Harbaugh's leaving the stand. He took the interview. I think the interview was yesterday. So we just got to wait and see. You know, we just got to wait and see. But I'm really just trying to enjoy the fact that we just won a championship. You know what I'm saying? And not, we got to this reload. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to enjoy it. You know? Ohio State fans, oh my God. They are so annoying. Them dudes is annoying, boy. They are so annoying to me. Ohio State fans going crazy now. Oh, you're gonna lose your coach. You lost JJ. JJ's going to the NFL. These guys are getting out of Dodge. What are you talking about? Like, I can't stand people that say stuff that's just, you're just saying something. Like everybody knew we were going to lose a ton of players. Now they're getting out of Dodge. The NCAA is coming. You guys are going to vacate this championship. Really? We back on this again? Because we didn't hear nothing about this vacating. We didn't hear nothing about this before the Bama game. During that little break, we didn't hear nothing about that. All it was Michigan's going to get destroyed by Bama. That's all we heard, right? Now that we beat Bama and then we shut down Penix, make him look horrible. Now now we're getting our championship vacated again. Now it's back to that. Oh, okay. Gotcha. We ain't hear none of that talk before. We ain't hear none of that during that long break. That stuff really don't bother me. The cheating, when you guys cheated for the champ, that stuff don't bother me. Because we won the games. You know what I'm saying? That's just their coping mechanism. They got a coping mechanism because they mad we done won a championship, and their last one was 2014. Remember when? They got to play remember when. You know, they got to play remember when. Remember when we won the Big Ten? You remember that, son? It was 2020, 2019. We won the Big Ten. It was a beautiful time to be a Buckeye fan. It was beautiful. Do you remember 2014 when Cardale Jones and Ezekiel Elliott were at Ohio State? Do you remember? No, we don't. We don't remember that. We don't remember that no more. You know, so that's the thing. That's the thing about them. They got a bunch of players to come back. Jack Sawyer, JTT, Denzel Burke, Travion Henderson. They got the Ole Miss running back to transfer there. They say he's a team cancer. There's a bunch of reports about that, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Talent has never been a problem. They got what's his name? Will Howard or whatever, the quarterback from, I can't even remember where he came from, but they got the transfer quarterback, you know, but talent has never been a problem. You know, their problem is Ryan Day doesn't know what he wants to be in execution. That's been a problem in them trenches. Because they praise Jack Sawyer and JTT. These dudes are the most overhyped players I've ever seen. JTT, I don't know, people say JTT is returning. I'm like, okay, dude isn't that good. Like, y'all keep talking about this dude coming back. He ain't that good. What are y'all talking, where do y'all get this he's good from? That's really what's been boggling me, is them talking about some JTT is coming back like that's like he's Chase Young or something. Like, bro, he's not even that good at all. This dude had one unbelievable game against Penn State last year. Besides that, he's been non-existent. He don't really do much. Like, I don't get where this overhype for him comes from. Him and Jack Sawyer. Like, them dudes don't scare nobody. Them dudes don't scare nobody. They be non-existent when we play them. Non-factors. Now that D lineman, the interior D lineman that came back, those dudes are good. But Jack Sawyer and JTT, get out of here. Like, get out of here. Bro, that dude is so overhyped. I don't get where it comes from. Like, they overhype that dude like he's, like, they overhype him like he does that Penn State game every game or something, or every other game. This dude had one game where he was unbelievable. It's like that Khalil Hudson game against Minnesota. That's like us hyping up Khalil Hudson for that one game he had against Minnesota. Bro, get out of here. He had one game where he was unbelievable, but he's a good player. And that's, I want to say, slightly above average. Like, come on. But yeah, they trying to do what we did last year. You know, we're running it back. I mean, I don't really get y'all talking about y'all running it back when the guys you're talking about running it back with really didn't do nothing. So, you know, you usually say running it back like we came back to get that championship. We were this close. Like Michigan, we were this close. We were in the playoff. You know, people want to talk like we got blew out by TCU. We barely lost to TCU. Let's come back, y'all, to unfinished business. We were 2 wins from a championship. Y'all wasn't 2 wins from no championship. Y'all was 3. y'all was further back than that. So I don't get where all this running back stuff comes from with them. But hey, we'll find out. We'll find out next year. The problem with them is they're gonna have to get over the fact that they have nobody on the team that has beat Michigan pretty much. But you got one player, so your whole team is gonna be having that little brother complex when we play y'all. So yeah, they're gonna have to deal with that. I was looking at the schedule. I don't know what's going on with this schedule or who made it. It just don't make sense to me. Like our schedule, looking at our schedule next year in Ohio State's, I'm trying to figure out how it's supposed to make sense. I'm trying to figure out how we have to play Washington, Oregon, and USC next year. And OSU, they just have to play Oregon. How does that make sense? How does that even happen? That just don't make sense to me. Like, who made this schedule? Like, who made this? One thing about it, Michigan gonna be on primetime next year a lot. All these games we got, all these big time games we got, Michigan will be on primetime. We ain't gonna have to worry about that, but let's hope they're not night games. Let's hope they're not the night games, but we're gonna be in the spotlight for sure next year. Plus we got Texas. Washington is losing a lot, so they shouldn't be a real threat. Oregon, they lost Bo Nix, but they probably bringing back a lot, and they still got their coach, so that's gonna be a tough one. Texas, that's gonna be a tough one with Quinn Ewers, him lobbing the ball up, and Texas is Texas. They got they're pretty good in the trenches, so that's gonna be a tough one. But that's an out of conference game, so whether we win or lose that game, it won't really hurt us in conference. Nationally, if we were to lose it, it would hurt some. But in conference, it won't hurt. It's not going to hurt us. So USC hired a new D-line coach. But their defense is probably still going to be trash. Caleb Williams is gone, so they're going to have a young QB. So it ain't too bad, but you still playing a team. You still playing teams with higher caliber athletes, so you never know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm looking at the schedule. I'm like, how's Michigan playing all these teams and then Ohio State just has to play Oregon? Like, okay, I see. But yeah, I don't know if y'all watched the Michigan parade, the championship parade, and the the championship parade and the presentation. JJ pulling a Tom Brady tossing the crystal ball. The crystal football, and JJ something else. JJ is something else, boy. You can say what you want about him, you can say what you want about him, but dude was a winner. He was a winner. He was a winner. 27-1. 27-1. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. That's a heck of a run. That's a heck of a run. 27-1. That's crazy. You know. But it's just big time. You know, the leaders we had on this championship team was crazy. You know, the intangibles, the guys that wanted to change the culture, you know, wanted to change the culture and help change it. Dude like Mike Sainristil, still, Blake, Chris Jenkins, you know, JJ, of course, Donovan. Because even though Donovan didn't have a big year, he could have been a team cancer. He could have been a cancer. You know what I'm saying? He could have turned into a cancer. But he never did. And then when in that championship game, he showed up and showed out. You know what I'm saying? Oh boy. I'm going to have to end this one, y'all. I'll get back on when I come home.